Most people think greed is the root of evil, but psychologically, greed usually isn't the starting point. Pride is. Greed is often just the surface. Pride is what's underneath it, because pride distorts the way you see yourself. It tells you, I deserve more. I should be treated better. I should come out on top. Other people should revolve around me. In psychological terms, that's tied to egocentrism, entitlement, and an inflated sense of self-importance. And once those patterns take over, greed, manipulation, dishonesty, and lack of empathy often follow. I once spoke with a man in his 40s whose wife wanted a divorce. He said, I didn't cheat. We didn't fight that much. We didn't seem that incompatible. So why did she leave? Then he told me what she said. You're not humble. You're full of pride. And you're selfish. So I asked him, do you think pride might be a problem for you? He said, no, not at all. That was the problem. Pride often hides behind low self-awareness. It becomes a psychological blind spot. You don't see it in yourself, but the people closest to you feel it. Because pride doesn't always look loud or arrogant. Sometimes it looks like defensiveness, a constant need to be right, or an inability to admit fault and take responsibility for your impact on others. That's why pride damages relationships so deeply. Humility, on the other hand, is not weakness. And it's not low self-esteem. Psychologically, humility reflects a secure sense of self. It means you know your value, but you also know your limits. You can admit your flaws without falling apart. You can receive correction without feeling attacked. Think about a student who goes from being near the top of the class to suddenly falling behind and completely breaking down. Why does that hit so hard? Because their self-worth was built on achievement. Their identity was built on being better than others. When reality threatens that image, the emotional reaction becomes overwhelming. That's pride too, not just arrogance. A fragile ego built on superiority. A lot of harmful behavior begins when someone believes they deserve special treatment, that the rules apply to everyone else but not to them, that their image matters more than the truth, that their needs should come first in the relationship. That's why pride is so dangerous. Because once the self becomes the center of everything, almost any wrongdoing can feel justified. So no, greed is not always the deepest problem. More often than not, pride is the real root. And the real danger isn't just wanting more. It's believing you deserve more than everyone else.